So welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I know I've made 2 videos live recently, but they were recorded a long time ago. In between, I've been on holiday, I've had family over from overseas, so it's all been a bit hectic. So those videos that went live probably just a week ago were probably from about a month ago. Anyway, so there's a few things to update you on, nothing majorly riveting apart from the fact that I put a post on Instagram saying that my Boxster is for sale. Now, I haven't given anyone a price, but I'm going to sell it for £2,500. It's a year 2000, 2.7 Boxster with the GT3 style wheels, grey interior, blue colour. I can't remember what the blue colour is called, which I should look up. It's got an MOT, 8 or 9 months MOT, drives quite well. It does need those 2, well, I think it's only one of them actually, those timing chain tensioners. That will make a massive difference to how it sounds, because it's the clicking noise, but there's no oil coming out of the exhaust or anything like that. It's crystal clear up back there, and I just want it gone. So those timing chain tensioners come with it. I'm going to put it on eBay probably, and autotrader, or I haven't decided yet, but that's going to happen probably tomorrow, because it just needs to be gone, and it's a headache, and it's just MOTs running out. I'm using a road tax, insurance, money that I can't afford, and I just need to all that stop, and just for it to free up some headspace. So that's happening. In other news, you've probably noticed that I'm in our family wagon, the 2009 Audi A3 1.6 turbo diesel, all of 90 brake horsepower, and ignore the flowery child seat at the back. That's because my nephew, who is 18 months old, is over from Europe, because it doesn't feel like we're in Europe anymore, and I need to put that seat in as a temporary measure. So I'm in this car because in my 996 I braked suddenly the other day, and the brake pad sensor light came on. I went and had a look through the wheel, and I thought, oh, that's, the brake pads need doing. Now, I don't want to just do the brake pads, I want to do the discs as well. Now, as you remember, for the Boxster, I bought discs and pads for the back from eBay, Brembo ones, really cheap, but they ended up being Boxster S discs, so they were drilled, vented, all of that. But the Boxster, my Boxster, doesn't use those discs. They're not drilled, and they're bigger. So the Boxster S discs are bigger, but I checked, and they're actually the same discs that go on the 996 at the back. So what I need to do is buy 2 sets of pads, front and back, and some front discs, and then decide whether I want Jack to do that. I would like an oil change on it as well, but I can't do any of that until I sell the Boxster. So that's the very next step. I've not done anything with the YouTube, with Instagram, or anything like that. Being on holiday, I've been really slack, and then recorded another podcast. It's been so long since I spoke to Mark, and I'm constantly out thinking, oh, I need to catch up with Mark on that, and then when I finally get to speak to him, my mind's gone blank. And he's right, I should just record it as a voice note on my watch, my phone, something, and then write it down when we talk. But I'm not, as you know, I'm not that organized. So it was great to catch up with him, but we had technical problems, which 99% of the time are actually my fault. So it got a bit stuttered at the end, so apologies about that. I need to sort my broadband out. It's always flaky when I need it like that. I can watch my kids can watch television. They can watch Moana or Encanto for however long it is, 2 hours, and it's absolutely fine. And I try and talk to somebody for an hour, and it's flaky. How can that be? Maybe it's because they're watching Encanto and Moana probably at the same time that's causing the problem. Anyway, so that's what's happening. But with YouTube, I want to make more regular content. I enjoyed doing the 2 previous videos. It just took me so long to put them up. So I'm hoping this one's not going to take me as long to put up. But also I've been looking on YouTube, just your feed puts stuff through, and And obviously, you know, to upload a video onto YouTube, you have to enable the microphone for YouTube, so they're listening to everything you talk about, and then suddenly weird videos come up just because you might have mentioned something in passing. And something about sofas came up, and that is because, don't let me lose my train, keep reminding me what I want to talk about is what comes up on my feed, but because years ago, I've probably mentioned this already, someone sent me an email. Remember when people used to send funny emails? You know, and there used to be a big trail of people would send you these emails, and then you'd go down to the bottom and have a look. That was an early 90s Polo. I really like those. And you'd go to the bottom and find this joke, and you'd go, oh, that's funny, and I'll forward it on, or I'll just delete it. Well, no one does that anymore. But anyway, one of them in the early 2000s was an ad from the US, and it was on the side of a bus, and it said, it was an ad for a sofa shop. I'm going to get more sofa ads now because I'm talking about sofas, but it was a sofa shop, and the sofa shop was called the Sofa King. And underneath that, you've probably all seen this if you're of a certain age, and my audience is all of that certain age. But it said the Sofa King, and the tagline underneath was, because our prices are Sofa King low. And to this day, nearly 20 years later, it still makes me laugh. So now that it's hot, when someone says it's so hot, I can't help but say it's Sofa King hot. And I've been saying that to my brothers who've all been over from overseas, and they're just getting sick of it, even though they laugh every time. And I've also started saying, I'm a big Family Guy fan, I don't know if you know. And there's a scene where they're all sat in the Drunken Clam, and Peter's talking about something, and he talks about Canada, and someone says, oh, their president is really good looking, and Cleveland says it's Trudeau. So I say that all the time. So when someone says it's so hot, I say it's so fucking hot, they laugh, and I go, but it's Trudeau. You're all probably thinking, what's he on about? I'm sorry you had to hear that. Anyway, breathe. About the feed on my Instagram, the amount of stuff that's coming up now, where someone's saying, check out my new daily, pick up my new daily, configuring my new daily, and you go, dude, you just bought one the other week. How can you give me a rundown of your daily if you haven't used it daily, if you've had it for a week or a month? But you know, I've picked up an RS6 Estate as my new daily. I've picked up a Mustang as my new daily. I've picked up a Mercedes Estate as AMG as my new daily. Range Rover as my new daily. And you just, it's on and on and on and on, and you just go, and also, a lot of people watch the reviews of cars that people do, and there's people do them really well. And you know, I'll watch quite a few videos of those reviews, and then you get quite a few interesting nuggets about that particular type of car, or that particular manufacturer, that particular era, which I like. But I think I've got to the point where they're a bit samey. And you know, I have no USP. I have no. I'm not saying I'm any kind of comparison to them. I'm not. I wouldn't even class myself as a YouTube person. I just talk nonsense. I should really just be doing podcasting. I don't even know why I do this. So I was just thinking, what's the thing that keeps me hooked that I watch every now and again? And the things I watch are, I watch Hoovie's Garage, and I still really like Top Gear. And I'm not really sure, is the future of automotive YouTubing still, here's a car that I'm reviewing, or is it going to be hot young people who are going to attract other hot young people? So I saw a little something about Supercar Blondie and how she, I can't remember what the reason was, but she went and hired a Lamborghini, did a video, and it went viral, and now she's, you know, incredibly well known. And when I think about, if I wanted to be a YouTuber, that's what I would do, but Am I with someone who's on YouTube but doesn't want to be a YouTuber because I don't tell anybody about it? I don't know. So I don't know what the answer is, or for my watching habits, or do I just stop watching stuff on YouTube? But I kind of like a few of the guys who put stuff on, and it just feels a bit more, a bit like stuff that I would do. But I'm not one of those people who fixes cars, because I don't. I can. I'm quite good at wrenching, but I haven't got a garage. And the thing that I want to do, and you've heard me say lots of times that I'm making no progress, is to build a garage. And I just can't get someone to come and dig up my garden. And that's upsetting. If I could just get somebody to do the groundworks, the rest I'd just be able to get done in less than 2 months. If I could get someone to come and extend my drive, cut some trees down, set it up so it swoops down to where the garage base will be, create the base, and then I would call up, one of these oak frame building type people and get them to come down, and they would just put it together in a day. It'll be done, machined. They'll put it into a computer, say, on the configurator, he said he wants a 2-bay or 3-bay. My planning permission is for 3-bay, but I think it's too big. It comes too far into the garden, so I have to think about that. Probably going to go 2-bay, and then they just get a machine to cut it all, bring it over on a loader, and just put it together in a day. And then you get somebody else to do the roof tiles, put the doors in, and bosh, you're done. Obviously you've got to do power and water or whatever else you want, and in the long term I would like solar panels on the roof, but it's a listed building. The curtilage is listed, so the whole plot is listed, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that because the price of everything is bonkers. And the thing that I was trying to say on the podcast, and my broadband let us down, is the fact that everyone's talking about inflation and we're using interest rates to control inflation, but interest rates only control inflation when inflation is driven by people having too much money and buying too much stuff. Whereas now inflation is driven by the fact that energy companies and oil companies and oil retailers are, oh dude, why did you do that so slowly? Oh, someone's at a bump. Oh no. Are charging too much money for gas mostly and fuel. So see, that person pulled out really slowly from the roundabout, and if they just pulled out at normal speed, I would have tucked in behind them and not be stuck behind an articulated lorry that I can't now get past because I'm in a 90 brake horsepower tank. Anyway, about that thing about the energy. So the price of oil per barrel is nowhere near the highest price, but petrol is mega high because everyone goes, do you know what? I can get away with it now because there's uncertainty in the world, so I'm just going to make loads of money, which they are. There's proof. People say, oh, but we're not making it from that. Yeah, you are. And then there's the gas companies making more money than ever. I mean, ridiculous, eye-watering amounts of money. And then you go, my gas company says, oh, you're paying £350, £250 a month, and you know the price is going up. No shit, Sherlock, because we're putting it up. And we're putting it up. Guess what? You can protect yourself and freeze it at 4 times that. What? How is this happening? And then it's instantly impacting the people who can least afford it. So, what about people who are on meters, where you have to put money in? What about people who are already choosing between eating and hot water and heating? When the winter comes, it's going to be a mess. Anyway, that was my rant. Anyway, on Sunday, hopefully this will be live by then, I will be at Podium Place because my friend John is organising a Cars and Coffee thing there. It's the 21st. What's the date today? The date is the 17th. 21st of August, 9 a.m. I think it starts. So if you're there, come and say hello. I can't decide what car I'll be in. I don't think I'll be able to get the 912 out. Maybe I should go in the Boxster with a big for sale sign on it. Oh, that's rubbish. I might go in the 996, but it's at, hopefully it'll rain heavily in between now and then, because it's at peak muckiness. And I want to do a video where I'm cleaning it, but I can't because of the water shortage. So I don't want to use a hose pipe. Yeah. So anyway, that's about it. That's just a rant. Once again, I don't know what I'm going to call this video because I can't remember what the running theme is. I'm just going to say Boxster for sale. Something like that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, comment, message me on Instagram. If you want to know more about the Boxster and you're thinking of buying it, or if you know somebody who wants to buy it, message me on Instagram, flatcap driver, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.